Hi, this is Danielle Woods with DW Augusto Tax Planning. The purpose of today's video is to explain some differences between the small business retirement accounts that are available for small business owners. Specifically, I'm going to talk about individual 401ks, SEP-IRAs, and simple IRAs. So first is, how do you choose? There's all these options, and we usually start with some simple questions like, is it just you owning your business, or is it you and a spouse, or is it you and a partner and you have employees? Do you want to provide a company match, or do you just want your employees to be able to contribute? And what is the tax structure for your business? So I want to break it down a little bit on each one and talk about what type of business would best apply to each. So here we have an individual 401k. That's really perfect for sole proprietors or for single member LLC owners. Spouses can also use individual 401ks because as long as they file a joint return, because they're treated as one taxpayer under the tax law. The next option is SEP-IRAs. That's really good for family businesses. When you have multiple people in the business that you want to provide a contribution to, a SEP-IRA is a good way to go. If you have non-related employees, a simple IRA is a great option because the employees can make a contribution. A match will be required, and we can talk more later about that. Traditional 401k, I threw it in here, not that it usually applies to our small business clients. I just want to bring it up because it's so different from the others. It's a whole lot of information. It's multiple employees. These are very complex plans. So a lot of folks come to us thinking that they need a traditional 401k when that's really not what they want. And then we kind of steer them toward these other choices. Regardless of what kind of retirement account you have for your business or as an employee, you can still use personal retirement accounts, traditional IRAs and Roth IRAs specifically, and tax planning will help you determine what makes the most sense. I just want to go through this just a little bit. Who contributes to each of these plans? So in the case of an individual 401k, say it's just you own a business and that's it. Whether it's a sole proprietor or you have a single member LLC, you can contribute as much as you earn up to the maximum amount. So for 2023, for instance, and a person who has a business who's over the age of 50 could contribute up to $30,000 as long as they have net income to subtract it against. So it's a really great option. It's very inexpensive. It's easy to run, and the tax rules are much simpler for that. SEP-IRAs are a little bit more complex. The employee, you're an employee of a business as well, but the employee does not contribute directly. The employer makes contributions on behalf of the employee, which is also you if you own the business. And that usually maxes out at a percentage of taxable income. So that's usually somewhere between 20 and 25% of your taxable income. It's in some cases, if you have a small business, you don't make a whole lot of money, but you want to contribute something, an individual 401k, if it's allowable for you, would be better. Simple IRAs are available for small businesses when they have employees. So say you have, 3 employees and you want to be able to offer some benefits to them. Maybe you can't provide health care, obviously it's incredibly expensive, but you want to be able to give them something. A simple IRA is a great way to go. You still have some paperwork to do, there are tax rules involved, but the employee has their own simple IRA account that is linked to your plan. They can make contributions up to a certain amount, and then a match is required. There are 2 different types of match systems that you can do. You tend to be looking at between 2 and 3% of salary as a match. And if you choose to do that, the specifics of what that look like will be very specific to your business, so I'm not going to go into that here. Again, I've mentioned traditional 401ks. Once again, I just want to make sure that we show them to you as a comparison. And they're very cost prohibitive for some small businesses. They're very complex. There's a ton of IRS regulations, Department of Labor regulations. It's really not something a small business is going to do. It's really geared toward much larger companies that have significant employee bases and have a lot of money in order to provide that benefit. Again, I mentioned the personal retirement accounts can also be used, so you can have an individual 401k at work, and you can have a Roth IRA of your own that you contribute to outside of your business. And again, that is something that you need to set up in a tax planning capacity to make sure that you're doing it right and following all the rules. So I just wanted to land there and just give you an overview of what the different types of retirement accounts are. And from there, you can kind of